excuse me, map one. I mean, round one. I can only assume they picked up the knife as well, and they're going to be picking up the second with Gobby's USP. So, a lot of fast speaking aside, what we have learned is mousesports probably won the knife. They chose CT. They then proceeded to win the pistol, and we just saw them, after a bit of a hard graft, it seems, just 2 CTs remaining, managed to pick up that force up from Titan round 2.
See, now, in my eyes, this is going to be, once again, a very big test on the T side for Mouse. However, Chris J earlier was quoted in saying, we're very happy with our T performance so far. We're happy with the way it's playing out. We like what we've achieved. So I'm hoping we get to see a bit of that. And if they can keep Titan down on their T side, this would be good. And this gives, you know, a chance for players like Chris J to really have their way on the map. They get the AWP, they get that big, powerful kind of affecting weapon, should I say, towards this one, because it's so imperative. But Titan now, very clean eco, just P250s, 1 bit of armor with RPK, and a flash with existence. Looks like they're just kind of lining up for whatever they want to go for, something quick maybe, or just hoping to catch a couple of guns out. So, 4 players towards A for Mouse, Spiddy on towards B, and just wait and see what Titan can do here.
You have that AWP in the hands of Chris J, and that's terrifying as it is. Nex has been so pinpoint precise in the game earlier today. So, where is that bomb? Resistance, RPK and Maniac are the men just going to be holding back with that bomb, and I'm hoping to try and catch maybe an aggressive CT out on this early push. 50 seconds still into the round, and Dennis is about to catch this stacked Titan side. If they're not too careful, that's a prime pick, and Gobby gets the second as well. As now, here come the boys. It's going to be Maniac to go down as well. Titan are going to get ripped apart, and you understand why. There's not one casualty, and the third now on the board for mousesports. So, what was the kind of good threshold we just identified? About 5 we saw from Hellraisers for that game to get good.
Yeah, but for me, I feel Titan need more than that. You know, they're a bigger team. If you look at it on paper, right, Titan against mousesports, you'd say Titan by a country mile are the team that should be better off. So for them, I'd say even pushing the echelons of, 6, 7 rounds here, the Fnatic kind of achievement style almost. I wouldn't say Titan are quite the same as Fnatic, but in this matchup, you'd say they are very favorable. So hopefully we can see something strong from these guys, and that's a great beginning. Kenny S opening up towards Dennis, and I'm sure producer Matt is very happy.
Chris J, then, what have you got in response in this AWP v AWP showdown? Chris J throwing down that smoke, looking to delay this push, and it's right move to make, as there's 2 players just lurking around Ivy. They haven't got the bomb though, and that's something we saw an awful lot in the game prior. And I am just loving how much train we are seeing. Already I'm starting to draw conclusions from just seeing how 2 different teams choose to present their CT side and T side, of course, respectively. 3 players on the A, 1 on B, and he's still edging towards the rotate. He's just lurking between the site and that get corner. Gobby making moves, hoping to catch Maniac on the ladder of Popdog, and he's going to do just that. Big spray from Maniac as he dives down. Costs him a lot of HP, but that's not going to stop him, nor Apex as he does what he does best. Getting openers left and right. Next goes down as well. All onto Spiddy now, and Spiddy has got a very tough situation to work with. That's 2 though. 39 points of health. This isn't impossible, as he's just trying to find some ammunition.
Trying to find anything right now. He's pretty switching, but does he expect Maniac? I think he's got an idea. He's got an idea. He comes around the corner, but no! Maniac is there! And Maniac with a perfect positioning. But credit where it's due. Apex, if he's finding some form recently, he's been slightly lacking overall almost at times with his opening power that he used to have. It's kind of fallen into the hands more of Kenny S or even RPK to a degree. But if he's getting that back, this is a hard team to break. But the double op's in play. Next, even going for the scout. Mouse are going crazy on this. 2 AWPs, 1 scout, and then just whatever else they can get in their hands. This is very strange.
So, this is a very scoped up Mouse side, and I'm intrigued to see how they choose to kind of rack these ones up. It seems to me...
Oh, look at Apex again, so confident.
Apex has been one of the more aggressive players towards Ivy. This is high contrast to what we've seen in the past, and next with a scout is going to be in a bit of a tight spot, just chunking existence down to 55, hoping the nade would do more, and it doesn't. As RPK, excuse me, Maniac is potentially going to meet his doom. He does. Spiddy just a little too quick with the AWP, and this is that scoped up Mouse side that I think Titan are going to start trying to piece apart. That makes no sense.
Pick apart?
Thank you very much.
Got you.
Now, 4v4, 50 seconds, and they have got so much time on the clock that I don't think Apex really feels the need to rush it. He does. Godby puts one between his legs. And now just 2 members remain.
Yeah, sweeping, tying away then, but Kenny is doing what Kenny does, getting 2, and now it's a 2v2 situation. Kenny has an existence up against Spitty and Nex. Now, we've still got the scout in play, which probably not ideal here, but it's in the hands of Spitty, so tell a lie. It's in the hands of Nex, so he's on A, Spitty's on B, Bomb is coming in, he spots out Kenny, I believe, but Kenny's on the site.
Yeah, and Existence is ready to catch anyone out that tries to push up either side, and this is great teamwork from Titan. And he dispatches of one. I wouldn't be surprised if the second is soon to follow, as now Spitty, yes, he has an AWP, but he has 2 very strong Titan members. The 2 fraggers now looking for another. It's Existence and Kenny trying to find a window into Spitty's mind as he is just slowly but surely backing away with an AWP in his hands.
It's almost like the brain and the brawn, right?
Yeah.
You've got Kenny, who's just this raw power player, and then you've got the brain of the bunch Existence. Not playing for the fancy shot then, but watching that push up, Kenny kind of dancing off the ladder, you get this wonderful combination. So you will see the T side picking that round up, and once again, I think we can thank Apex and Kenny for that one. The double from Kenny on towards the A side, the rotation, the perfect call from Existence coming into play. So mousesports with a strange purchase then, kind of leaving them in a real weird place here.
Yeah, I was about to kind of address this weird place. Now, where should they play this? They've got an AWP. Like, where do you put it? Do you leave the AWP on B and hope they don't? No, that would... I mean, I feel like mousesports are going to have to think about this quite long and hard. And it looks to me that they're just going to go for something a little bit out of the ordinary, try and surprise. And that is a risk, Spitty. The one weapon they have, and he's going hyper-aggressive towards ramp.
Maybe trying to get them to actually commit here for it, because there's still Dennis and Chris J there. So Chris J does have armor, but Spitty's going to connect towards Apex. You can see that that's the opening coming in. Then RPK, during the second man into the site, actually does get the kill. Chris J going down, maybe Tyler thinking, wait, why is Chris J on this site? He's not been playing here. Are they starting to stack? Have they stacked this? Is that why they put the AWP so close? And now they're going to ask questions. Now they're going to start thinking. Existence's brain is just going to be working it through. Look at him, already cautious. He's expecting people. He knows they pushed up. This is just smart play coming out. Pop Flash comes in. He's going to push. Double comes out, and he's expecting Godby there. He's waiting for this one.
Oh, and Godby, the wise owl of Mouse, is not going to let anything slip, and now this could be good. Nex is coming around as well. They're going to start wrapping, and Titan could be in trouble here.
But Titan are going back to B. They've said, screw this. That was a switch and bait. We know what's up, but there's still Spitty, and he's still an impact player, but not as much as Kenny S. You can't challenge a godly creature like that on this one. And Godby gets himself an AK and probably could get the hell out of there. Once again, Titan slowing down the pace until they understand that situation from start to finish. They went towards B. They heard an AWP super close, and they're like, what the hell is this doing here? They find Chris J pushing by the upper halls, and like,
Stacky stack.
what's this about? Exactly. They're trying to, get us to take the bait. Okay, let's switch around to A. But then Existence, with that just brain of genius, is kind of expecting the push-up, flashes out twice, and then backs back towards B, gets the bomb down, takes out Spitty, removes the AWP out of play, and Godby gets away with an AK at least. But RPK and Kenny get away with their goodies as well. So this is going to be quite a close game, I feel. I think Titan, though, showing their power on the T side over what we saw in the previous game.
I think you are right, and I also think that Spitty did a great job with the AWP. I mean, he took risks, and I think they were rewarded with just that investment. I think actually we did see Chris buy armor. That was about it on the other side of things, and managed to take 3 of the 5 down. And now, we aren't going to be seeing another AWP extravaganza this time. No head armor whatsoever across the board for mousesports. Of course, they're up against AKs and AWPs. Not going to be the end of the world. As now, once again...
Oh, Chris J.
Apex is hoping...
Chris J's through the smoke.
Yeah, he's heard him though. Surely he is completely flashed. That should be a dead Apex, and it is. Chris J hasn't opted to pick up the weapon though. He assumes there's backup, and there was. Smart maneuvering there from Chris J. Not just a fancy scouter. I was about to say pretty face, and then I was like, I don't want to.
Hey,
I don't want to make. I don't want to make a come on. I don't want to see him awkwardly be like, yeah. So you called me pretty.
What's that about?
What's that about?
Let's have a talk. But still, Titan looking like they want to hit up towards the A site. Chris J's still holding Ivy, so Kenny can't really get into this, but it looks like they don't even need Kenny at the moment. They're actually going to make their play, and RPK leading the charge, but Nex is there, and this could be important, but Kenny breaks in, and now Existence and Kenny again left in a 2v3.
I don't doubt either side in this scenario. Of course, Existence is low. Kenny so quick, just a flick of the wrist. As now Nex and Dennis.
Dennis, are you okay,
kind
buddy?
of playing.
I think he's thinking that. He's like,
around the rose. He's like, Kenny's disappeared. But Nex is going to find the two as two Titan bodies do litter the battlefield to bring that one home for Mouse. Now, that was important. This, however, is even more so, as Mouse are going to have to scrape together what they can. There's going to be 3 players without rifles. They can just about couple it all together perfectly. And now this is where it gets important. If they lose this next round, Titan are gonna really ruin the economy of Mouse.
And look at Titan as well. They actually really do invest in these.
Oh, hello, Kenny. Wait, what? Last minute.
All right. Maybe they're going to go for like a plant for him almost and leave Kenny just passively somewhere. I don't know. This is going to be interesting. So, confident they're going to at least pick up kills here, but already Chris J taking down Apex. That's going to really make this hard work. And Titan, I wonder.
Oh, was that a boost over the smoke they were looking for?
I wonder if Existence is going to put that molly towards what we saw Angel doing the last game and kind of sit there with Kenny almost. Or if they're going to make... Kenny's actually pushing in. Kenny's one of the first in on this, and he's looking to maybe take down Spiddy or do some opening damage, but this is insane. Spiddy now goes forward, finds Maniac. This is a really strange buy from Titan, and now they're like, what, there's an AWP in play? Doesn't matter. Spiddy finds it, and now the two alive are kind of left in no man's land.
Mouse needed this one, and Titan kind of gave it to them. We are going to see the AWP now.
And he was there.
Existence, and he is going to take that one. They're just going to still question marking that one, like, so the AWP?
He was there for the molly as well, so he was playing that Angel role.
Yeah.
But what was that?
I think, I mean, considering just how late the AWP was bought, I think it was a case of Titan saying, I mean, Kenny was like, I've got enough for an AWP, and they went, go for it. I think that was just a case. We saw that. We've seen decisions like that. Last-minute decisions really benefit a team, and it has, of course, not really affected Kenny too badly. They're all going to be on kind of level playing field in terms of money. And we are going to be seeing the double AWP now picked up for Mouse. So this is where mousesports are going to try and dig their heels in and start to build a considerable CT lead.
And they've given it to Dennis this round rather than Spiddy. Spiddy generally has been playing on towards that B side, but now giving over to Dennis, maybe saying, hey, Dennis, give it a crack, see what you can do with it. Spiddy pushing up quite close as well. He likes to play much closer than I've seen a lot of other players. He just likes to get in their faces. We saw it backfire a couple of times and also work. So this looks like more of an A play from Titan in my eyes. Got Kenny holding down by Ivy, Apex and Existence down by their spawn. Maybe just looking for the smokes if they want to use them. And Maniac down by Pop. So there's still a lot of options here for Titan, but they do only have those Tech 9s. So I'm not sure what they can really achieve with this.
I don't think Titan do either. I mean, the distinct lack of nades is the big point. I mean, you remember we highlighted that like crescent of smokes Dignitas were putting out to get the bomb down? Yeah, not going to happen. We are just going to be seeing Titan melted under the heat of Mouse. Chris J connects a nice one, and now all onto Existence as he does fall. Seamless. And we are going to be seeing 6 now for mousesports.
Yeah, Mouse doing what they need to. These rounds seem very close, though. That's the thing. I don't know why. I feel that...
You want edge here?
A little bit, because Titan already on 3 rounds this early on is kind of worrying. Excuse me. I think if they get... I don't know. It's weird, because I just feel Titan are so much more stronger than mousesports at the moment, and I feel that once they get on the CT side, this should become a very one-sided game, but at the moment, Titan aren't quite getting these in. But Chris J going aggressive, down by Ivy. He gets down Kenny, yes. And Dennis gets down Apex. You missed it, but guys, that was brilliant. And the double AWP setup then just pushing down quite aggressively, just worked out. And maybe that's why they gave it to Dennis. You know, that makes sense.
That was quick. Man, oh man, my little girly scream, I have to apologize.
It was
on my screen, I was just checking out Dennis, and I just saw this crazy flick. As now 3 Titan members remain as they're kind of licking their wounds, realizing that their 2 entry fraggers are now gone and won't be coming back. Kenny and Apex. And Chris J's still sticking around. He's hoping that Existence is going to fancy his chances. That Molly's going to mean that they know he's still going to be hanging around. Flash as well, trying to keep them in place. And I think he's got a good idea. This bomb is going to be maybe either rotating the long road back towards God B and that eventual, maybe potential push on towards Pop/B. But time is of the essence here. In 34 seconds, Titan are going to have to commit if they don't choose to keep these weapons, and I think they are going to do just that.
Yeah, pretty much. I think at this point, they're not going to be able to achieve much more, so you may as well Look to keep these. Maybe just wait for some exits. That's probably why they're sitting so close. Existence going to get pretty far back with the AWP to make sure it stays in their hands. And if Maniac or RPK die, he knows.
I mean, RPK's just cleaning the kitchen at this point, just making sure it's spick and span. Just chilling out. Random telephone in there as well. As he is going to be hunted down, Goppy's going to be there to try and find him, and RPK chooses to not have that fight. The smoke gets out, and he's just going to be happy to live another day. So, Titan backing away after the last of their entry fraggers, and that shows just how reliant they can be on those two individuals.
This is very respectable from Mouse. This is looking quite good. Unless Titan suddenly finds the way they want to play it, this is a very good CT side. I thought this was going to be substantially more in Titan's favor by now, or at least closer, I'd say, on the scoreboard. You know, their T side would be a little bit more robust, but Mouse really showing up here. The double AWP again. Not going to be stacking out towards Ivy this time. Paying a little bit more attention towards A main and keeping their eyes on. And Dennis this time over by those B halls. So similar to what Fnatic do. Taking control here. A little bit more back in the days of an effect. But not going to land towards Maniac. But the boost coming out over possibly. Looking down towards Ivy. Just trying to see above that smoke then. They just had a little bit of a peek. Not too much. Didn't sit around too long. And just adapted back. But all in all, Mouse very passive, not pushing up like the others, aside from that little bit of a play, a little bit more reminiscent of Fnatic style when they had the double AWP. But at the moment, Titan just don't seem to have like a game plan in mind at the moment if they don't get those openers.
They don't seem to, yes, correct. But I mean, with 50 seconds left, they still got everybody up. I wouldn't be surprised if one slip up from Mouse is all it will take, and this could be it. Apex just charging with the Tech 9. He's going to try and find Spitty, and does. And I love that little toggle of the X-ray. You realize just how blind and how little he could see of Godby there. Apex does pick up another one. This is exactly what they needed. The catalyst for the round as Apex just keeps on giving. Picks up 3, and now Spitty, the last man left. We said that, you know, all they need is one slip up, and that was about 3. Now, Titan looking to wrap this one up. Kenny uncharacteristically missing a shot, but that probably won't stop the round's final goal. The frags keep coming. Spitty, all of a sudden, that's 2 low health members remaining. It's Apex with just 2 HP. Surely, Spitty, don't get my hopes up. Does have a kit. It becomes just that little bit more possible. Spitty is getting pushed in from either side. He knows he's going to be in trouble, and they are just playing this very, very well, though. No time is of the essence here.
Oh,
and Apex, oh, he catches him. Surely not. No time, though. As Existence just has to wait this one out and wrap that one up. 2 for him, 3 for Apex, and Titan. They had to work hard, but they do manage to secure it in the end.
But this is what I mean. Unless those openers come out of Apex or Kenny, it doesn't seem to work. They don't seem to have anything beyond that. But when it works, and when Apex can get those 3 kills, then sure, depend on it. Don't ignore me. You know, that's fine. But it seems that when they don't get the control over Ivy early on, when they don't get God beat down instantly, they start to struggle. If we see maybe Chris J and Dennis running the double AWP, then it may cause an issue. But this time, it's Chris J and Spitty. So B getting the solo AWP. And once again, that dastardly duo down by Ivy going to start looking for it again.
Yeah, and it's kind of been causing Apex and Kenny Jip. You saw basically Apex just say, screw this, and push straight out with the Tech 9. He had a rifle. He was just looking for something to start this fight off. And Chris J and God B have been doing a fantastic job. Even Dennis at some point, they've kind of been rotating it. But yeah, mousesports, their presence towards Ivy on the CT side has been enough to lock down these entry frags. And it's so much so that Kenny is on the move. He's having none of it. And he's come to join his teammate Existence, just hanging around at spawn, waiting for Apex to make something happen. Even Maniac lurking towards B, hoping mousesports may have some sort of idea. His time is of the essence, and God B, he's getting it. Antsy backing away. 45 seconds. It may be time for Titan, though.
Well, I think Gobby just put out Existence and walking out towards Electric, and he does. He pounces, gets down one, gets the second. Big impact play then, but Apex is still standing, and so is Kenny, and that could be danger, but there they come, coming into play. Apex gets the double. That's massive. And now Chris J and Dennis in a bad situation. Bombs on the site. Pop flash through the smoke, and Chris J needs to get this kill.
Silence says it all. Now Dennis. 3 more. Bomb ticking away, and he just knows that can he pick up where Spitty left off, and the answer is going to be a resounding no. The molly forces him off. Did take a nice chunk out of RPK, but that's going to end with quite literally a bang. And we are going to be seeing Titan secure their 5th round. So, you said you expect to see more of a kind of a 5, 6, maybe even a 7 if Titan are on form with their T side. We are already now on 5. And mousesports, what's that money looking like for them? They are, as some would describe, okay. I'm looking at Spiddy in particular, who's going to be struggling for Dosh. But 7-5 the scoreline, and if Titan can continue to press where it hurts now, mousesports could be in trouble.
They could be. But then again, I throw back, I'd say mousesports were stronger on their T side on Mirage.
Very much so.
So maybe there's something. I think, obviously, there's a big difference between Mirage and Train, but maybe we can grab a little hope from that.
Hey, let's do that. I mean, I'm really enjoying seeing how Mouse are playing. I'm going to be straight up honest that I would really love to see them I was about to say kill.
Wow, that's a little,
bit strong.
Harsh. I would like them to murder everyone.
No, I'd really like to see, you know, one day and they beat Envious and Titan. Like, that's big postings from mousesports. Yep. Just besting the 2 top French teams. And I mean, it's not out of the question, Lauren.
And the thing is, Titan aren't doing much different here. If you look at the start, Apex and Kenny down by Ivy.
Shock horror.
And then Maniac's lurking by B. RPK's down by Pop somewhere, and Existence is just you know, holding around the place. He's not actually pushing anywhere. And you know, I'm waiting to see someone do something big apart from Apex. Kenny's had 1 big round, I think. But all in all, you know, Apex, if he doesn't get this again, we're in trouble. But now another smoke committed. What do they do here? What do they do when they can't get Apex in towards the site? How do they execute? Because I don't feel I've seen the whole execute.
No, he runs through the smoke with a Tech 9, Lauren. Come on.
My bad.
Keep up. But no, in all seriousness,
Chris
you're right. I think Chris J is going to find another one. Stealthy Ninja, Chris J, it seems, at this point. Just the king of Ivy.
Well, here comes a big question. Can they do it without Apex? Existence chimes in, but there's 3 kills already coming in for mousesports. Kenny S and RPK last 2 alive, and they can't get a step towards the site. Apex is so imperative to these guys right now. Yeah,
he is very influential, and you can see Kenny just trying to take the orb out of that one. Mousesports say no, and it has to be said, like Chris J, how was he doing on the scoreboard? Let's have a look. Yeah, see, 9 frags. Not really nothing to write home about, but all 9 of those frags have been stopping the entry fraggers from Titan. They are so crucial frags, and they're not easy to earn frags either.
No, 100%. And it's almost like every single round Chris J gets that, they get the round overall.
Yeah, it's
8
true.
rounds overall, 9 on the board, 9 on his board, should I say. So once again, it's going to be Gob B and Chris J down by Ivy, basically, towards the end of it, facing off against Kenny S and Apex. And every now and then, Apex will bust through that smoke, just do that pop flash. But I want to see RPK and Maniac, you know, be more influential into these rounds. But then again, they only have Tech 9s. They don't have a great deal to work with. But Existence does have that molly in the Tech 9. Last time he wanted to take that late over towards B, in towards that Angel, you know, hit off the doorway spot and onto the site. So they could go for that later into the round. They look like they're doing smokes towards A, though. So this could be something a little different here.
This is what you were asking for. You wanted to see the execute, however, it is just Tech 9s. This is more reminiscent of what Dignitas were doing, except their smoke actually landed on the site. That's actually the smoke the Hellraisers were looking for at one point. As X is just going to be using that smoke to his advantage, trying to just find an edge, and actually he does just do that, takes Epics down. Oh my lord! Who's Epics? Either way, tired. Do you manage to get that bomb down? That's what they were looking for, and that's all they needed. As we are just going to see RPK and Existence just fall, and I don't know what just happened there.
I like the way you called it. It was like Juice and Epics.
Epics bomb. I really lost it there for a second. I'd like to apologise.
It's like you read mousesports halfway through, so it's S-sports, but
just with the bomb plant. Like I just melted there. I'd like to apologise.
I found it really funny as well. I'm having to apologise now because I'm just giggling through these rounds.
This is a big one though. This is the final round, and you can see, look at Titan's economy. This very well could be 10-5, and I would be kind of stretched. It's tough to stretch the imagination to even see anything other than that.
They've given the AK over towards Existence, over the likes of Apex, RPK, or Maniac, and Kenny S with the Galil. That's interesting in itself.
Where's he going then? Where's Existence going?
He's just like the last guy in.
The bomb carrier?
Yeah, he's like the last dude in right now.
Yeah, I can understand that.
This time, though, RPK's with him by A main rather than over by Pop, but look at that orb. Just if only Chris J knew. But it's going to be Dennis actually holding Ivy this time, so it's a little different. Gobby's pushed up close. Well, that Molly's going to just Oh, infuriate existence. I'd be livid. The one guy
I can hear anger in your
I
voice.
would be absolutely livid because that's the AK down. RPK picks it up at the sake of his HP, and you can see it burning away again. He's down to 39 HP here, and mousesports doing so much early damage.
And that's going to be a step in the right direction for this 10th. Copy exchanges with RPK, both of them looking a little worse for wear. You can see 6 and 14 health respectively. Next is the one to end it all after the double from Dennis. And wow, 10-5 the score. Okay, it's kind of reminiscent, but it feels, it's kind of crazy because we've casted so much train today.
Yes.
And already we've literally seen 3 very different train games.
Oh, 100%.
Like really, really different. And it's kind of crazy that we're seeing like extortionate differences on the T side and the CT side. And it's really already starting to get like a good idea, a good feel for which teams have got like, which team is more comfortable on which side is what I was trying to say. See,
I'd almost say if HR fixed that smoke, they'd have been certainly up there.
No, you're right. I
think individually, Dignitas are probably stronger. Fnatic didn't see enough of their T side. That's my one thing that I think the CT was fine. It was perfectly fine. I don't think they were challenged to the degree that these teams are challenging each other.
Yeah.
However, they were adequate. You know, there's no disputing that. Their CT side was competent. They clearly had a plan, but nothing big shown on their T side. So that's what I want to see down the line, hopefully at some point. But they look well-rounded enough. But in we go anyway. So mousesports will be on the T side now, Titan on the CT side, and it looks like mousesports already have a plan in motion. But Titan sending 2 up to greet them.
Maniac going to be first on the scene, and it's going to be a very bloody scene as it's going to be a trade-off. Looking for a second existence, finds it, surely not a third. Close enough. Next stock knocked down to 48, and there is the response from Titan. Back and forth they go. 2v1 made 2v0 as Kenny does chime in for the final one. Nice kill distribution there, just existence getting greedy with 2. And we are going to be seeing Titan prevail in the pistol.
Yeah, really nicely done. Pushing up Maniac and Existence then towards the B halls, and then also having the likes of God be there, and then close, not too far away was Kenny. So kind of expecting that from Mouse almost. Well read in the end. And now looking at the purchase, a lot of SMGs, 1 Scout, and a FAMAS. Very different to whatever we've seen prior to now. A lot more SMG based. But then again, we've mostly seen the T sides picking up these pistols today and gone for the 3 rifle, 2 SMG purchase. So maybe CT sides just wanting more money in the bank, feeling they can hold closer range sort of choke points, and just going for that instead. And look at the presence towards Ivy.
That's exactly what I was going to highlight. You know, you said they're looking for close range exchanges, and they're doing exactly that when you can see that with the 3 CTs just around Ivy and the site. It looks like mousesports are considering it. Bomb is in the hands of Chrische. The not very safe hands as he's just about to try and push into the site. Kenny, precise with anything you put in his hands, as RPK does the same. He's going to wrap it up. The precision of the MP7 is so deadly, especially when they are as unarmed as they were. And we're going to be seeing now 7 on the board for Titan.
And they're sticking with this.
I mean, I don't blame them. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, and they know that really mousesports can't afford armor here. They could if they really wanted to, but it would gain them nothing in the long run. So sticking with this amount of SMGs will give them a comfortable round going in towards it in round 4, which would be perfect. They can get a lot of bank going on, and really Mouse will probably just want to try and get a cheeky plant more than anything.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a get it over with and try and get the bomb down. Just one flash for Spiddies. He's going to just desperately hope to obscure their vision. The nades are coming in. Mouse realized, oh, this could get messy, and it probably is. RPK just going to hold down Mouse 1, as are the entirety of Titan, as the bodies do drop. RPK, the only man to go down. He actually went down to Kenny, as Kenny was like, give me more. As they are going to be picking that one up with ease. And it is now time, ladies and gentlemen, for the AWP show. This is a very AWP CT especially sided map, and now Kenny has one in his hands. Let's see what the man can do and what Chrische can do in response as he hits that 0 mark, as he really does want to put the AWP in his hands.
Yeah, and I want to see where he takes it. So they forgot the bomb at spawn. That's a very poor start for mousesports. They had to run back and get that. But now they have it, which is, you know, wonderful.
It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, they're certainly working towards it, but it's going to give Chrische a little bit of a deficit on the peak. He can't instantly challenge towards Kenny. But they are going out towards A. Apex is pushed up right next to that smoke. Going to do that underhand throw. keep control, make sure they can't push. Say, hey, Kenny, you just watch train 1, buddy, and I've got the rest. But Chris J finds RPK. Chris J now claiming control of train 1. Just going to be watching that down towards Ivy, and Dennis going towards the side. This is a great execute from mousesports. And now just Kenny and Maniac in their way, but 2 heavy-hitting players.
And they've done it. They've done stranger things before. 3 Ts to find that bomb. Really going to be kind of hungering to go down. I'm not sure why it hasn't gone down just yet. I think they're just really cautious of a lingering CT player. Kenny S is that lingerer. That is not a word.
Chris just going for the peak rather than the plot. Yeah, he pulled himself back in. Then you could see him like, I want to go for that challenge.
Yeah, he wanted to be the one to take down Kenny in this vital situation for mousesports. As you are going to see the diffused Molly. Was that his teammate?
Can't see the bar.
Kenny now 3 to find. Just find 1. He's got a Tech 9. The 2 low health mouse members. This could be something he's capable of, as he is going to try and rattle off the fake with the AWP shot. Not going to happen, and we are going to see mousesports bring it home. So, you said you liked the execute, and it looked pretty solid.
See, and the thing was, they were kind of late as well, because Chris J had to go back, pick up the bomb. And it wasn't like this super well-drilled, long execute. It was just like a couple of flashes through the smoke, and then in we go. Why the hell not? It was kind of scrappy, but worked. They knew where the players were going to be. They took control of Train 1 super early. And now it looks kind of like they're doing something similar. But Chris J this time not going the same route. He's maybe going pop, I think. But Apex, once again, pushed up quite close.
Yeah, Apex really seems to enjoy, seems to thrive in his very close quarters scenario. What are they doing? Mouse just walking to the site, and Titan are really not sure what to make of it.
Wait, is that easy?
Now we are going to be seeing Existence and Kenny, the 2 remaining Frenchmen, and Kenny realizes this is not the best scenario to be in. Existence down to half health, down to permanent death as he does fall to his death. And now Kenny, 4 mouse players and a minute on the clock. That's terrifying, especially when you miss shots like that. As he is going to look to back away with this one and try and preserve an almost impossible task, I would wager.
It's Kenny. You never know. And even Chris J with a profound aggression may not be even able to find him.
Such a sick name.
It's pretty cool, isn't it, right? Kenny's just like shoulder peek. All right, I'll take you down, Spitty. Who's going to be peeking Z right now? Oh, I thought someone was close. Oh my god, there's got B. You know what I mean? Like, the thing is that Kenny predicted the Z, you know, the guy coming through Z.
And then
he was like, wait, there might be someone pushing lower, actually. So he adjusted down a little, and like the guy from Z just peeked out. He's just like, this guy's insane. He sees so much and no one else sees. But regardless of what he sees, he should be looking at the scoreline. It's 8-12 right now. mousesports are actually picking up rounds on their T side. This is something we haven't seen many other teams do. We haven't seen an extraordinarily competent T side come out yet. And look at this weird buy. Got B. Alright, he does buy up. He was just like sat in spawn for a while, just with his knife out.
They seem so scattered. Look at them. They're just like making decisions like,
they're probably discussing things through, like discussing the economy of Titan, knowing that they're now skinned. That's why Next does just have that Big Mac Daddy where he can just burst out and hopefully rack up a few. There's 2. That's a lot of dollar in the bank. He's just making money. And now Existence and Maniac don't have to do much. God B's just, he doesn't need to do anything.
This is going to be a 3rd. That is so much money. As he's going to be sitting on 1800 after 3 quick kills. And now Existence just going to be wrapped up by Next, using the USP as well. 4 for him, 1 for Dennis, and that's going to put them on 13. Can mousesports do it? It's such a fun storyline as well, seeing mousesports potentially best the 2 best French sides in one day.
Well, they're certainly looking like it. This is a big scrape together from Titan, isn't it? Look at them. 4 M4s in this. A nice little AWP to round it off with Kenny. And it's very similar on the other side. But look at the difference in the utility here. You've got a lot of smokes with Titan, so they can buy some time now. But you've got a lot of mollies on the other side, and maybe Titan just need to be prepared for that sped-up play. But then again, what happens when Mouse slows down? Are they able to predict that? Do they know how they want to counter it? I don't know, but we're seeing that slightly slower play now from Mouse. You've got Nex and Dennis, kind of over by those B halls, not really committing too much. Chris J, close to pop. Spitty and God B, waiting it out in spawn almost. Just around the corner where they can do those smokes, wait for the push. This is mousesports switching up. They did this when they weren't almost sure of the buy last time on Mirage. They were playing very cautiously in case it was like a force, if it was an eco. It's kind of similar to that now.
It's true, and you kind of just, I don't know how that had escaped my mind. You're right, mousesports were really getting into the heads of Envious with these crazy slow plays. Then they do an execute late, and that would again really irritate Envious. You could see that they were kind of positioning themselves in easy to rotate scenarios, which again put them out of position of where they'd originally like to be. Now, Chris J and Dennis are kind of positioning themselves ready for the pop dog push. Speedy's going to join them as they are starting to line up their smokes. 30 seconds and Titan are getting a little antsy. RPK and Apex are going to be ready on the scene as the smokes do get thrown out. Next, obscuring connector. This is going to be the push that they've been looking for, and Titan immediately going to kick into gear. And here comes the Titan response.
They're going B. mousesports have got 2 players out on A, and they're going B. The bomb is with Spiddy. Maniac and Existence are the 2 players who need to come up big. But will they check for Maniac? He's still just to the right of sight. Oh, they do! That's perfect! Spiddy checking the corners. It's like Mirage all over again. They checked every single pinpoint on Mirage, and they're doing this. This is unbelievable for mousesports. Their T side is so clinical and so well-rounded. Apex, the superstar for Titan on their T side, has just been put down. And that just made me think of the A takes back on Mirage when Mouse pushed in on towards A. They checked that tiny little corner on the site. They checked Dark, they checked Sandwich, they found all the players. It's so good.
It's so reminiscent. You're not even, like, it's like, I'm always getting deja vu when we're on a different map. Spiddy especially, he seems to be one of these individuals who's just suddenly realized, like he's just written a post-it note on his monitor saying check corners, and he checks
all of them.
Every single corner. He really does not let a site go unchecked, and that's actually really helping them secure in these rounds. Kenny, though, has managed to get very quickly positioned with the CZ. I don't know if Chris J is going to be anticipating it. Who cares? As Kenny goes down to the AWP of Chris J, and they are trying to get one step closer. Every frag a step closer to 15. 4 now for the mousesports side. RPK paid a heavy price, but look at that. One bullet, a paperclip would kill him. As finally, Existence does go down, and now a very low health RPK and Maniac standing between Mouse and the 15th.
This is massive for mousesports, taking down the 2 best French teams in one day. Spiddy taking down RPK, Maniac falls, and they're on the verge of doing it. This is an outstanding T performance from mousesports. There's no 2 ways about it. No one has looked this competent yet.
And I do not doubt that this VOD will be viewed a whole lot by a whole lot of teams, just to see quite what was working so well. Admittedly, some of it is down to the individuals. I'm looking at you, Spiddy, but also we are seeing mousesports with an incredible amount of aggression on towards sites.
And the thing is, they haven't even been doing these like super well polished executes. It's like the scrappy, aggressive play. They do the basics and then they go off the back of it. This time it looks like they're trying to do a lot more smokes towards the A site. But will they go for it? We've got Kenny from Train 1 just peeking down towards main. Not going to see much. There's 4 players though, just on those outskirts. Chris J lurking over by B. And he's just going to be looking for an opportunity, a chance. He checks kind of close to that get right spot. But they're not committing here. They're forcing these 2 players in. Chris J takes down Maniac. He's going to expect Existence. He knows these 2 players have been here, but the bomb is still on the other side. They haven't even started to push. This is going to come down to some insane work, and that's it. That's his expected amount done, and 1 by 1, they're picking up these kills. This is insane! Chris J, another 3 this round for him. It's down to RPK. He knows where the bomb is now, but I don't know how much that matters.
Absolutely 0. They've done it, and after how many rounds in a row was that? It was like 6 or 7.
Unreal.
That, my friends, is an example of how to play T-side Train, and credit where it is due. I'm not going to name any individuals. I've done that already. Mouse. Like, I treated Mirage as like a real enjoyable anomaly. Twice now. Yep. 2 strong teams. We said, and I feel like we were saying this right from the beginning with mousesports. When we did our very first pre-show, we were like, it's going to take them some time. They've got Gobby at the helm. They've got some strong fraggers. Things could start getting better, and I think they might be.
See, and that's the crazy thing, right? I saw nothing extraordinary on their T side. There wasn't like this next-gen play that blew my mind. It wasn't like this insane, you know, beyond belief execute. Their smokes were so, you know, beyond what we've seen before. It was just like, well, Chris J walks in B, killed Maniac, Existence, and then even found Kenny S because, well, you know, it's Chris J. Or then you see Spiddy just perfectly working his way into the site. And they're just doing really good individual work. They were on a really good high point for them as a team. Now, I am so impressed with what they've achieved today, and that is going to do wonders for them in those standings. So I can't wait to see how far they can take this. If they can transfer today's performance throughout this entire league, they are in phenomenal form.
Yeah, and it's great to see the German side really posting some good results. We'll see how consistent they can be. And I think people are going to have their eyes on both that T-side train performance as well as just their performance in general, especially on Mirage as well. Envious looking a little shaky on that. That does, though, wrap up our games for today. It's been fun, Lauren. I've had a lot of fun.
It's been surprising.
It has been surprising. We were expecting a couple of slightly less surprising games, but I mean, yes, Fnatic didn't surprise us, or more so Penta didn't surprise us, but mousesports providing a lot of entertainment, as did Dignitas in that Hellraisers game. We've had a lot of fun on Train as well. Yeah,
we've had the Day of Pimp coming up big. We've seen once again Hellraisers showing potential. But regardless, today will be remembered as mousesports destroying the French teams pretty much, and on 2 very different maps. So congratulations to those guys. The hard work clearly paying off.
And of course, we are not alone. The NA side of things will be kicking off later on tonight. 2 a.m. our time, it's going to be up. And I'm not going to lie, if I can manage to keep myself up, I'm going to be there for game 1. That is a cracker.
I'm not even going to pretend. I'm going to be awake for that. Finally, a big threatening chance against Nihilum. These guys are going to be pushed as hard as possible. Keydstars, a big team. Can Nihilum have their 2 superstars step up enough to swat them down? That's a big question for me, and I think this is going to be a big testing point.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, Nihilum not going to be playing just one game. They're going to be up against Team Liquid after that, and assuming they're on form, that should be another one in the bank for them. The next 2, of course, we're going to be seeing CLG and Paradox make an appearance, and Liquid with a second chance to battle it out with Paradox once again. So lots of fun on the NA side of things. And then if you're back tomorrow, we've got even more, and we're going to be seeing a whole lot more of TSM and VP.
We are, and it's the day of Mirage almost. Not as much as Train, but close enough too. And I love Mirage. Maybe remove that Penta game out of there, no offense, but Fnatic TSM, that's brilliant. And then Na'Vi Virtus Pro, another cracker. So 2 phenomenal games that day.
Yeah, it's set to be another good day of CS, of course, here at the ESL ESEA Pro League. That's a lot of letters, and it has been another good day of CS. I've had a lot of fun. Yeah, I've had a lot of fun. Yeah. I think that's kind of going to be the buzzword of today. Fun! 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 We love upsets! Which we do, let's be honest. That was camp. I apologise.
It's like the BBC children's show. You're like dropping pens. Fun! It's great.
I had fun. I did. Anyway, fun aside, because we're getting serious for a moment. Follow our social medias at MachiniTV for me, at They Call Me Pansy. I don't know why they call you Pansy, but that is her Twitter handle, and do check us out at ESL CS as well. It's been a fun evening once again, guys. Thanks for tuning in, and we will see you tomorrow for more CSGO.